Hello everyone, welcome back to another Terraria video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the top 7 weapons in Terraria and having a look at who gets my number weapon spot. I'm not going to be judging it on just stats because that's silly, you can just go on Terraria Wiki. So I'm going to be judging it on basically how early you can get in the game, how rare it is, and how much damage it does. Obviously, you've got to take that into account. Copper Sword may be used to get, but you're not going to defeat a Duke Fishron with it anytime soon. So, let's quickly say our thank yous to all the developers over here for giving us all these top 7 items. And without further ado, let's go into the first weapon at number 7. So number 7 is the Raven Staff. Now, you may be wondering why it's the Raven Staff, as it only has 41 time damage. Well, the Raven Staff is allows you to summon in a pet raven, but there is a but. First of all, you can equip the spooky. You can equip certain things such as the spooky armor, and the pygmy necklace. I'm actually gonna wear the hoverboard. Thank you. The pygmy necklace, the necromantic scroll, and the paracus scroll, and those give you extra summons. Plus, the spooky armor gives you plus 11% summon damage. How many is that? I can't tell if I'm summoning more. I'm just gonna guess that that's the max I can summon in. And the thing is, if you were to switch to Tiki armor, you can see that Spooky Helmet increases your minion damage by 11%. Tiki Mask increases your minion damage by 10%. But the set bonus for Tiki Armor gives you an extra minion. And if you just switch after you summon them, it doesn't actually get rid of the additional damage bonus. And then you've got your set bonus, 25% increase your max minion damage, and that now means the Raven Staff is 57% summon damage. And all these ravens go out and attack mobs for you, and you don't have to do anything. So I can just fly here, and they just cut right through them, as you can see. You don't have to do anything. The reason it's only at number 7 though is, as I say, it doesn't do much damage. The good thing about it is you can have these extra ravens going along, and then you can have your regular melee weapon. I'm just using Red Throw because it's what I have on me. So these just give you that little bit extra damage. Now, we're going to take the spooky armor with us, and we're going to hang this up quick, because we're going to need the Tiki armor for our next, spoiler, we're going to need it for our next weapon as well, because it is also a summon. It's the only other summon on the list. So number 5 is the Optic Staff. It does do less damage already, but it does, it summons twins to fight for you. So each summon summons a pair of twins. So it's 2 twins. So it's double the amount of what we've got for ravens. We just summon a few. For some reason I can't summon them because the ravens are in the way. I'm gonna have to exit and go back on quick. Please forgive me for this. We'll just go. Oh, by the way, I managed to get what's it? Developer profiles on here. So let's just use our Illuminati Duke Fishron to get back up. Sorry about this. So now I can demonstrate the Optic Staff in action. Some twins. I'm pretty sure that's the max. Now we can switch to the Tiki armor and get one. No. What am I doing? Get one more. Yeah. So then, as you can see, there are a lot of twins, and then the Retinizers go in for ranged attack, and Spatomizers go in for melee attack. So if you need, say, ranged attack, then you've got ranged attack. If you only need melee attack, then you've got melee attack. You've got both. And as you can see, they just zoom through the walls. So that is why I'm sorry, I have to put the Optic Staff at number 6 on my list. Now, there won't be any other summons for the rest of the list. So I'm going to put the Spooky Armor and the Tiki Armor back in this chest. And get my Solar Flare Armor back on. Perfect. And we're going to want to get rid of the Necromantic Scroll, the Pygmy Necklace. So, now at number 5 we have the Meowme. Now, you may be thinking, why isn't the Meowme higher up on the list? Well, the Meowme is a great weapon. It has range attack, it's the best weapon in the game, it's the highest melee damage in the game. It's great. You could use it against all the bosses and probably wipe through them easily. So if you're stuck in a boss, get the Meowme and then you can just wipe through them. However, there is a slight problem with that. To get the Meowme, it is 11% drop, I think, from the Moon Lord. And the Moon Lord, if you don't know, is considered the hardest boss in the game. So if you're struggling on a boss, then you'd have to beat Moon Lord, which is most likely a harder boss, or the boss you're struggling on, to get the Meowme. So you can't use it till pretty much the end of the game, which means it doesn't have, at the moment, what's used. So which is why, unfortunately, it's only on my number 5. Go on there. At number 4, we have the Venus Magnum. Now, the Venus Magnum you can obtain pretty early, reasonably early in hard mode. You could use it against Golem and things like that. You get the Venus Magnum from Plantera. I realised I need So you get the Venus Magnum from Plantera, and the reason it's on here is because it does have high attack and very fast use, but with Chlorophyte Bullets, it locks on to enemies. Thank you, Mr. Retinizer there. So you can pretty much use it as like crowd control, or you don't have to worry too much about being accurate and stuff, because it just goes straight in for the kill. It'll lock on with the Chlorophyte Bullets, and that is why the Venus Magnum is on my number 4 spot. You put the Chlorophyte Bullets back, because we don't need this in here. At number 3, I proudly present the Vampire Knives, with 43 million, I think it's 37, just because I'm wearing a Solar Armor. But, now, you may be thinking, why is Vampire Knives on here? Well, first of all, it is a melee weapon that does that is very good ranged. It splits off into 5 daggers, which is, against the boss, pretty good at, because it can come on most of the surface. However, if you read its tooltip here, it says rapidly throw life-stealing daggers. Keyword being life-stealing. So you actually, as you damage mobs, you can heal with this. So you could go in your main weapon, if you're a melee user, take some damage, and then as you can see, I'm gaining health here, but they're just zombies, so I don't gain too much. You can go in with your melee weapon, and then go in with this, if you've lost a bit of health. So you can be doing damage whilst healing if you haven't got your healing potion up yet. So, it's a great weapon, it's got good range attack, splits off into 5 different directions, it's why Vampire Knives. Oh, I forgot to say when you get it. You can get it, I'm not entirely, I think you can get it after you've defeated the mechanical bosses. It might be Plantera. Because you need to get the Crimson Key, or in, I think, iOS Crimson Key mold, to create the Crimson Key, to unlock a Crimson Chest in the dungeon. And that is why this is on my number 3 list. At number 2 is the Solar Eruption. Solar Eruption you can obtain pretty late in the game. Now, I was thinking about putting this at number 1 on my list. I was very torn between 2 weapons. this and something else. So the Solar Eruption has very far reach. This is my favourite weapon by far. Now, remember I judge it, this is what I use most of the time. However, remember I don't just judge it on damage and stuff. You have to judge it on when I'm getting it in the game, which is why that is on my number 1. This has very good damage. It's got 156. Very good. It's got extremely good range, and it inflicts the burning debuff. So you could hit something, run away, and heal for a bit, and it'd still be taking DOT damage over time. I think, again, I'm not sure entirely when you get this because I haven't been reading the Terraria wiki recently. But I think you get this after, I think it's either post-Golem or post-Terraria again. So that is reasonably early. You could use it against the Cultists, Moon Lord, Pumpkin Moon, Frost Moon still. And this is why Solar Eruption is number 2 on my list. And at number 1 is, for iOS users, definitely the best weapon you have to offer. Because you can't actually get Solar Eruption or Meowme. And if you haven't already guessed, it's the Terrorblade. It is like the Meowme's little brother. It shoots projectiles, and it's got high damage. However, there is a very big difference between the two, other than the damage. So, you can actually get the Terrorblade very early in hard mode. I mean, you only need, to get this, a Solar Eclipse. And to get a Solar Eclipse, it will vary from what you're using. You'll either have to beat 1 Mechanical Moss or 3. So you could use the Terrorblade against things like Plantera, Golem, Moon Lord, both Pumpkin Moon, Frost Moon, Pirate Invasion, Lunar Events, Lunatic Cultist, all the other cultists, and the Moon Lord. So the Terrorblade has very high use, unlike the Meowme here. It's just an end-game weapon, which is why the Terrorblade is at number 1 on the top 7 weapons of Terraria. Now remember, people, this is my opinion personally. You may be thinking that the Solar Eruption or the Venus Magnum or a weapon that I haven't even mentioned is better. So please, if you'd like to, leave what you think would be the best weapons in the game, and what I should do the next top 7 on. Top 7 armor, top 7 accessories, but that is it again. Where bye bye from all of us, from all developers here. Bye bye from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.